My name's Benjamin Dagoose.
Age?
18.
Position you play?
I play wide receiver.
Home location?
My home location, I was born in Toronto, but I moved to Windsor, so...
Awesome. And where do you study? What are you majoring in?
Oh, I'm majoring in criminology.
Okay, awesome. So, when did you start playing football?
I started playing football when I was the age of, what was it? 10. I started playing 10 when I moved to Windsor, and then after that I stopped playing football and started focusing on basketball, but then I came back to football.
So, did you just start football playing with just as a little kid in the park? Not quite.
I had more of that, and more so watching my older brother play, wanted me to play football myself. So I decided to get into it. I started off as running back, and then I grew in size, so I started playing wide receiver.
Awesome. And what made you decide football? Why'd you leave basketball?
Well, because in basketball, if you're not over 6'3", you're not really going to go far. So I'm not over 6'3", so I decided to play football. But I also like football a lot better than basketball too. So.
Okay. Who's your role model or inspiration?
My role model is Deshaun Jackson. He plays wide receiver for the Redskins now. He used to play for the Philadelphia Eagles, my team. But just because of the way he perseveres through what he's doing, even though he's a smaller receiver, he still makes plays and everything.
That's awesome. And what have you learned from playing football?
I learned that everyone has to do their job in order to succeed. If you're a wide receiver, you can't go tell the quarterback what he needs to do, because everyone has to do their job, right down from snapping the ball to blocking as an O-lineman in order for everything to succeed. So it taught me a lot of teamwork.
Okay, a lot of teamwork, that's awesome. And like, you obviously faced a lot of challenges or pressures, and even sacrifices to be able to play football.
It's more of not really a sacrifice if it's something you want to do, but it's more of just putting in the time and the effort, knowing that you have to do different things.
What are your goals for the team, or just in general?
My goal is to be the best at my position and hopefully earn an invite at the combine and end up getting drafted to the CFL and continuing to play football as my job.
And do you think about getting to the NFL?
Yes, no matter where or how I can get through, if it's straight through CIS to NFL or CFL to NFL, it's always the big dream.
Awesome. How often do you train or practice to be able to get there?
To be honest, you're always training no matter what you're doing. You might be walking in your house, you're training how to do your steps and everything, but most likely twice a day at least.
Twice a day?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And do you have like team practices, train together, or a lot of individual?
Yeah, right now we're having a spring camp, but usually every week we have practice.
Okay. How would you describe your relationship with the team? You said a lot of teamwork goes into play.
It's more of just learning how, like, off and on the field, if you know how someone is, you know how they're going to be on the field. It's more of just uniting as a family, knowing what you need to do.
Awesome. What are your accomplishments? Not just for the Windsor team you play right now, in the past as well. Doesn't have to relate to football.
Back in high school for St. Joe's, we weren't really a good football team, but we started a program maybe like 6-7 years ago and won the first championship ever in my last year as a senior, so that was pretty nice.
That's awesome. And I believe you were in the paper for the one play. How'd you feel about that?
I felt pretty nice just to make a play for my team, just to win that championship, make that catch.
Awesome. Alright, well, how's your diet like when eating food? That's important, right?
To be honest, it's more of it's more of watching what I eat now, or just not really watching what I eat, just like adding more proteins and carbs to my diet to gain more weight, to get more bigger for what I need to do, and just exercising.
Just making sure you exercise, right, so you don't
get obese.
What advice would you give someone that's starting out or has the same dream?
Just to never give up. If you think you can do it, you can obviously do it. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. And if you keep trying and doing what you need to do, you'll get better.
Okay. Awesome. What's your favorite team?
Philadelphia Eagles. Burgang. But my second favorite team is the Buffalo Bills.
Okay. And do you play any other sports? I know you mentioned basketball, but is there any, even just for fun?
Usually basketball, soccer.
Okay.
Nothing serious.
How would you describe yourself in a couple words or a phrase?
Pretty chill guy.
You're a pretty chill guy. Oh, that's awesome. Get along with people?
Yeah.
Do you have any other interests? Doesn't have to be sports related.
Video games. I like playing a lot of video games.
Okay.
That's basically it.
Do you have any hobbies on the side?
I like to read. I'm into Japanese manga. I like to read like manga, watch anime from like Japanese TV shows, and basically it. Just play video games.
So it's safe to assume you like Dragon Ball Z?
Yes.
Yes. Over 10,000.
Over 9,000.
Why did you choose what you chose to study in school?
It's more of a, what I wanted to do is to go into social work and psychology, but at the same time I could do the same thing what I'm doing on the field of criminology. At the same time, if I don't want to do it down on the road, I have other options to do it. It's a very versatile field. I can switch into what I want to do when I seem fit.
Okay, awesome. How difficult were the tryouts for you?
To be honest, it's just knowing that you just gotta work hard every time. They weren't hard, but they weren't easy. You just gotta continue persevering through them.
And high school obviously helped with that.
Yeah, and just practicing all the time, just getting better.
Do you have a job? Do you work somewhere?
I work at a shipping yard.
Okay.
I offload cargo off ships.
Awesome.
It's gonna start in 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Do you have any questions for me, or is there anything else you would like to add?
Do you play any sports?
Personally, I like hockey, so I just play for fun, right? Well, thank you for your time.
You're welcome.